Welcome to the channel. I'm here to explain you the concepts of DBMS. Whenever we hear something new, the basic questions kicks into our mind are what is it, why is it, and what's there before that. What is DBMS actually? DBMS refers to Database Management System. And why is it introduced? Why is it introduced and what is there before the DBMS? Before the DBMS, the people used to follow a system called file system. As the file system is unable to meet the requirements of the people, it was replaced by DBMS. So, what are the requirements that the file system is unable to meet? Firstly, let's start with the program and data dependency as it is very simple to learn. Program and data dependency. If data is changed even a little bit, then the program would show an error for the output. This is known as program and data dependency. When the program is unable to find or unable to manipulate the data, then atomicity problems arise. Security problems. There is no security for the file system manager. Anyone can access anyone's file. Program maintenance. The users and the programmers have to write a long and lengthy codes to access the data from the file system. So we have discussed the disadvantages of file system. So what's the solution for this? There comes the DBMS to resolve all the problems that are arose by file manager system. So how did the DBMS resolve all the problems that are arose by file manager system? That means advantages of DBMS. Data integrity. The data is ready to be called by the user, and the data that refers to the readiness of the data retrieval when needed. Data consistency. The DBMS maintains a proper and a particular place for every data that causes the easy retrieval of the data. Data security. As in file manager system, no one can access your data except you. Data sharing. The required and desired data can be shared all through the world. Data independency. Data that is stored in one file does not cause the change in any other file even when it is updated. Easy retrieval. Due to the data integrity and data consistency, the data can be retrieved very easily. And in addition to this, the DBMS also provides the data backup and recovery functions also. When the system crashes suddenly when you are doing some work, then the backup and recovery process of DBMS maintains the data in cache memory. And now, last but not the least, the biggest advantage of DBMS system comes now. Multiple interface. When the user is directly allowed to have access on the storage system, then the data privacy, data security, and data sharing can be affected or violated. To avoid this, the user is not allowed to directly interact with the storage system. In DBMS concept, DBMS here builds an interface between the user and the storage system. Whenever the user needs to access some data, DBMS system creates an interface which interacts with the user and gets the information about the requirements of the user, and then takes the data from the storage and gives it back to the user. By this way, it creates a data security, data integrity, and the data consistency also. Roles of DBMS. DBA, data designers and end users, system analysts and application developers. DBA, database administrator. As a DBMS system is being used by many users at a time, there should be some control over the data to allow the people only use the required data that is required for them. And now the designer. It takes control over three things: data to be stored, structure of the data, and stores the data. Data to be stored. It enters the data that have to be stored in it, and now it forms the data into a structure, and then it stores to the data. This causes the easy retrieval of the data. End users. There are three types of end users: naive users, sophisticated users, and specialized users. Naive users, they don't know anything about the coding or the programming. They are interacting through the database, through the interface that is created for them. It is completely filled with GUI, graphic user input. And now sophisticated users, they understand the capabilities of DBMS and they know how to interact with the DBMS. And now specialized users, they code everything and they ask in a coded language from whatever they require from the data. They enter the data in the coded language and they ask from the storage devices. Application developers, they create applications for us to interact with the DBMS. They use RAD, Rapid Application Developers, to create an instant application with coding less and using algorithms more. Do you think DBMS is alright? Do you think it's perfect? Nah, everything has a defect, and now even the DBMS do have a defect. And we shall discuss about that in the next video. DBMS is not yet all okay. There are also disadvantages of DBMS, and we shall discuss about that in the next class. And my videos are most familiar with the OU because I am pursuing my DBMS in it. And now let's learn together. If you want to encourage me to do more classes like this, you can do it by like, share, and commenting your suggestions and experiences in the comment section.